Rich people have these 12 habits, none of which you have. We tend to think that becoming rich has something to do with working hard, but there's so much more to it. In this video, I share 12 habits of the wealthy and challenge you to adopt them. Number 1. They do not hit the snooze button on their alarm. Although it may seem to be a harmless habit, it has the potential to have a significant influence on your current financial situation. Studies have shown that wealthy people are less likely to hit the snooze button on their alarm in the morning. They turn in early, ensure their sleep is of high quality, and get out of bed as soon as their alarm goes off. If you're the kind of person who stays up till the wee hours of the morning watching Netflix, only to sleep your alarm and feel sluggish when you wake up, then you should make this practice a regular part of your routine. Number 2. They find ways to make their obligations profitable for them. The wealthy don't cower in dread of debt and steer clear of it altogether. Instead, they invest the time to educate themselves on it and find ways to use it to their benefit. They know that there are two kinds of debt: constructive debt and bad debt. When financing a company or an investment that involves a medium level of risk, productive debt is the way to go. This kind of debt might be considered an asset. On the other hand, bad debt does precisely what its name suggests. It wreaks havoc on your financial situation. It is often used to fund opulent expenditures, such as brand new automobiles or upscale residences. Utilizing such a kind of debt does not result in the production of any value. This is the way that wealthy people think. If they can get a loan for $200 to fund a firm that in the long term would produce $500 in sales and pay them $200 every month, then why wouldn't they take on that debt? This is a real-world illustration of how debt may be helpful. Do not get into debt to purchase items that will decrease in value over time, such as the most recent model of the iPhone or a Gucci bag. Either entirely avoid it or utilize it in a manner that will result in financial gain. Neither option is acceptable. Number 3. They engage in reading. Nearly everyone in first or business class on an airliner reads the entire flight or a few hours. Rich people realize knowledge is power. Even if it's fiction, they'll discover life lessons in it. Rich people also read newspapers and business journals to be informed. Rich people study stuff others neglect besides international politics. Rich people who can provide first aid or sew button are widespread. Rich people know these abilities may be helpful someday. If you have trouble focusing, try audiobook applications. Any way of learning is beneficial. Number 4. They don't waste money. People look at the Kardashians' iPhone 13 Pro Max, Ferraris, and Christian Louboutins. Thus, the affluent spend their money. This is an illusion of the truth. You make a typical mistake when your cash improves and want to update everything. No, self-made millionaire replaces old goods with new ones every few months. Rich folks shop at dollar stores and dine out. They budget everything and live frugally. Living below one's means increases one's money balance. This is easier said than done. On Instagram, individuals flaunt their new Range Rovers and $1,000 diamond necklaces. They want to sell you dreams. You're too clever to be fooled. You know they've undoubtedly gone into debt to seem affluent. Number 5. They make thankfulness a regular habit. The most exemplary attitude one can have is one of gratitude. Gratitude attracts more of what you enjoy. Wealthy individuals often thank others. This may be a staff who finished a presentation, the chef who served them, or the mechanic who checked their automobile. Wealthy individuals are misunderstood as haughty and resentful. They cherish personal and professional ties. Rich people also value their reputation. If everyone perceives them as an angry person who explodes out at everyone and everything, they've already lost half their business negotiations. In the realm of work, reputation is an essential factor in determining success. Everyone knows you're sympathetic when you honestly praise others for their labor. You stand out because you seek out people who do a good job or make your life simpler. Number 6, even when things are difficult, they maintain their discipline. The secret to achieving success is maintaining self-discipline. Even when it may seem that nothing is going in your favor, those that are rich emphasize creating discipline in their children from an early age. Consider the athlete Usain Bolt. Even though there are probably many others who are just as brilliant as he is, he was successful because he was disciplined. Disagreed with his trainer, it makes no difference. He will continue to come up to practice. It's supposed to start pouring down rain in about an hour. It makes no difference since he will practice in another location. Nothing can distract him from the objective he has set for himself since he consistently plans. When the wealthy set their sights on a goal, they tend to develop tunnel vision. It makes no difference how difficult the path may be or how much effort they will have to make. They rely on their discipline to lead them to success rather than relying on motivation as the driving force behind their job. Number 7, they wake up early to get a head start on the day. Building an empire requires a significant investment of time and labor, and keeping it running requires much more. The wealthy maximize their potential in every moment. They have more time to establish the mood for the day if they get up before the rest of the world and start their day early. Some billionaires get up early and utilize this time to meditate, get some exercise, or practice yoga. Others immediately begin their tasks. They realize that time is a limited resource, so they get up earlier than everyone else. This is the bottom line. Number 8, they do not shy away from making personal financial investments. We are all aware of investing in the sense of stocks and shares, and it is common knowledge that wealthy people engage in this activity. However, rich people also invest in themselves, namely in their personal development. If you have a set salary, it may be difficult for you to take some money out for yourself. But if you want to achieve professionally, this is something you really must do. You not only need the financial resources to invest in your company ideas, but you also need the self-assurance to realize that your concept has the potential to generate multiple millions of dollars. Going to workshops on self-improvement and CEO management are examples of activities that fall under investing in yourself. However, you might also get a haircut in a more upscale section of town. The more money you invest in bettering yourself, whether in your talents, appearance, or both, the more self-assured you will feel about yourself. This self-assurance will permit your whole being, and when you do eventually come up with a brilliant concept for your company, you won't just pursue it, you'll also be able to persuade others to join you. Number 9, they continue to bring value. To succeed in business, you need to be current. What do you believe is the motivation behind the fact that Apple, Microsoft, and many other corporations continually reinvent themselves and release new products? They have to keep up with the times if they want to remain competitive in the modern market. You must follow suit. How do you continue to be important? Always look for ways to provide value for other people. In other contexts, the concept of value might refer to something entirely different. For instance, if you run a company worth many millions of dollars, you constantly deliver monetary value to the people who have invested in your company. You may give emotional value to your workers by paying attention to their requirements and doing all your power to satisfy them. If you manage an app, you should always pay attention to what the people who use it desire and try to incorporate their suggestions into your operations to maintain the app. You must always be aware of the requirements of individuals around you and fulfill those requirements. Providing value keeps you relevant. Keeping up with the times is the key to continued success. Number 10, they invest more in experiences than material possessions. Have you ever suffered from buyer's remorse? The pursuit of pleasure via the acquisition of material goods is misguided. They could make you happy in the short term, but they won't keep you that way for very long. On the other hand, the benefits of having experiences far outweigh those of material possessions. The wealthy have long been aware of this fact. Because of this, you will never see genuinely affluent individuals squandering their money on luxury or brand products. Instead, they will spend it on trips and activities with their families and friends. Traveling to other locations stretches their thoughts in addition to providing them with wonderful new experiences to treasure. They have access to a greater quantity of information, which in turn enables them to discover more possibilities to achieve financial gain. The truth is that we grow and improve in every facet of our life due to our experiences. Therefore, put your to purchase list away and make a list of things you need to get done instead. Number 11, they are concerned about their physical well-being. The wealthy cultivate routines that support both their physical and emotional well-being, and these routines are often very simple. They constantly schedule time for activities such as reading, exercising, meditating. These things help them remain alive and keep themselves in good condition. They also ensure that their diet is nutritious and well-balanced, considering a variety of fresh fruits and vegetables and quality sources of protein. Wealth is contingent upon one's health. It would be best if you guarded it at all costs. Number 12, they provide their offspring with a financial inheritance. There is no denying the undeniable reality that having more money makes life simpler. I doubt that any wealthy person will even attempt to debate this point. And because they are so acutely aware of that fact, they prioritize providing their offspring with the finest opportunities possible to succeed in life. The provision of an inheritance serves as a safety net. The students are still instructed to learn from their own experiences and failures, but since they have money, they do not have to worry about meeting their fundamental requirements. However, young children are also educated in financial literacy. They are not handed the money to do anything kids want with it. Instead, they are taught from the very beginning that you must work for money and that they should appreciate it. By the time the children get their inheritance, they have already figured out what they want to do with it and how they will be able to carry on the success of their parents' enterprises. This is how they may pass down money from generation to generation. I hope you liked and learned something from today's video. If you want to keep improving and being inspired, subscribe and press the bell button to be alerted whenever we upload a video. This has been Market Profits Institute.